Caster cams are on or what?
Awesome.
I'll let you start us off. Alright, maybe not. Alright.
No.
What up, everyone?
My bad.
We got Ignition here versus BaeDCarry Fan Club. I believe this is the last game of the week. No, sorry. Sort of
We got
last
one
game.
more
The other
after.
game was already played, but it's gonna be a rerun tonight. Should be a pretty good game. Here we got me Intensify and Fallen for you.
Yes, sir.
Catherine, how's your evening been?
It's been good. Actually, still pretty early, but get these games played out. Should be fun.
Oh yeah. And I know we are on a clash evening, so a lot of our normal viewers are probably going to be clashing it up right now, but
That is true.
regardless, they might miss out on a pretty good game. I do know that we do have substitutes for each team this game as well. One in top lane being, I believe it's ROTC. No, Antifa is subbing out for BFS Starscream. And Moonlight for BaeDCarry Fan Club is being subbed out for Edelweiss Dream.
Okay, so this will be interesting to see how this game plays out. Seeing if the teams like got practicing with their subs.
Yeah, and I'm not sure on this, but I believe Hypes Nova is a sub as well. I don't think that's Requiem. It might be. I could ask.
I'd say everybody's on 30 cuts today.
Yeah. So I don't know. Oh, okay.
Alright.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, so Hypesnow is actually one of the subs on their rosters. So it's gonna be interesting.
Very. I'm excited to see how this game plays out.
That's interesting news that I just got. So Requiem went from captainship to handing over captainship to Asian Invasion, and then subsequently, I guess, leaving the team or getting kicked off the team or something. So a lot of moves happening for that team. And I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing for them. I just know that so far to the start of the season, they've had a really hard time, and maybe this is the change that they need. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a good time to get your team kind of finalized in for the rest of the season.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have the spec link? I can send that to you if you need.
I got it.
Okay. So draft has already started.
So
we do see IGN banning out the Morgue Chest, very good flex picks in the meta. BaeDCarry Fan Club banning out the Sivir. I know that Ignite the Ice really likes that champion. Also banning out the Diana from ROTC in the jungle. Another comfortable pick for them. I've kind of been a proponent of just giving Diana over and trying to draft around it.
Yeah.
And IGN going for the Nasus ban, which is weird. I mean, I thought Requiem was the Nasus player, but maybe they just changed one Nasus for another.
Who knows? It'll be cool to see how the team develops.
Yeah, for sure.
Seeing who their new players are gonna be going in with.
Yeah.
How they're gonna synergize.
Yep. So we do see the Ahri banned away from Even as Steven. We know he is like a one trick almost. And then IGN picks up probably the best pick in the game right now, being the Rumble. In my opinion, he can be played all 5 lanes, or all 5 positions. He's very strong, and I would most likely think that that is going into the jungle for them.
Okay, and then we see Jinx picked up by BaeDCarry. So really good, strong hyper carry there.
Yeah, for sure. She's really amazing in the meta, has self-heal, is able to have range, you know, speeds up, is able to carry team fights. Very good pick right now. And I wonder what they're going to pair with it, support-wise, if they're going to go for some kind of enchanter or more of a beefcake, you know, in a Nautilus or something like that.
That would be nice to see. Is Jinx giving that lockdown with with like having a nice engaged support or like a tanky support, just really layers it on.
Yeah, for sure.
Also to shove her lane advantage a lot harder.
Right. They're taking this draft nice and slow though. You're gonna get the second lock-in here shortly. I think that Asian Invasion, the mid laner for BaeDCarry fan club and captain now, is probably one of the more interesting mid laners in this league. He's like a Yone main, but he's really struggling to, I think, find his identity and some of the picks that he's comfortable with. And trying to mesh that with his team. So I'm wondering what he can pull out this week. And we do see the Jinx Thresh versus Ashley on a bot lane. What do you think about that?
Well, so you're gonna have a lot of like poke damage and engage potential with the Leona, but if Thresh is able to land his flay on time, stop that E from coming through, they should have a pretty good advantage because Jinx can just stealth plays her traps and get Leo caught out, have an easy disengage.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like we might see the Olaf, which I actually absolutely love into this Ashley, and it's just going to be able to walk right past all the CC out of the front line to get onto that immobile AD carry.
Olaf, definitely a good pick there.
Yeah, the only downside to the Olaf here is Rumble provides a lot of damage, around the level 4 up mark, like 4 to 9. And Olaf generally is he doesn't have a healthy clear, so he will get low, and Rumble is going to have opportunities probably to try to kill him 1v1.
Although it is an Olaf. Olaf's 1v1 are pretty scary.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we see the Lux coming out. That's a ban for BaeDCarry.
Yeah, they saw even as Steven picked that up, I believe, last week. And I think it's a fine ban. It's kind of like her ult is able to reach the engage that Leona, Ashe R, and Rumble R are getting onto, so I think that they're trying to force him onto something that doesn't have the reach that the Lux might.
And we see the Young ban as well. So
yeah, scared of that.
You're gonna have to be put on something different.
What else do we got? Like I said, they're taking this draft pretty slow. I mean,
really thinking through their band selection.
Yeah. That either means two things to me. It either means they're being very patient and trying to think about all their possibilities, or
they just don't know.
They're confused, yeah. And I'm hoping it's the previous one.
Yeah, we'll go with option A.
So we do see yet another melee assassin ban towards the mid lane in the Galio. I wonder if they go for, maybe the Veigar here or something safer like that. But there's the option to pick top or mid, or they could, if they really wanted to, they could send Olaf top.
Yeah, they have that slight flex with the Olaf, and they still have last pick, so they definitely have that counter choice available.
Yeah, the Galio is kind of a question mark ban to me because it almost feels like a pick that would be good on their team.
And like they're not really running much AP, or if any, on their damage side, so
yeah. So they're definitely going to want to pick up an AP mid laner here. They did get the Ornn, which I've been a strong proponent of. That is not a good blind pick in top lane. I don't think he's stronger than a lot of champions right now. He doesn't do what he needs to do in team fights like he used to. And there's a lot of counter picks into him.
I.e. the Cho?
Yeah, Cho, he's not a counter, but he is strong into him. Ornn wants to build up those resistances, but Cho has his true damage ult, is able to just pierce him with 1200 damage.
I wish when tanky boys go down quick.
Yeah. I wonder what we're gonna see for our last pick here. Maybe it's gonna be a Syndra or something of that like. We have seen even a Steven playing that before, and there it is.
Nice. So they did save the last pick for Asian Invasion.
Yeah, and
it'd be nice to see how he.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's gonna be nice to see how he combines or like makes this comp come together.
Personally, I think that something akin to maybe like a Corki, like a kind of control mage, but has good range and poke would be pretty good here. It allows his frontline to do what it needs to do, and while also staying at range and staying safe. But he does
Oh,
go
we
for
see the Vel'Koz. Still has that range potential, good poke champion, and also provides that true damage output.
Yeah. The only thing I worry about with the Vel'Koz is there's always opportunities with these long range ults from IGN to, you know, overlap the Rumble ult on top of the Vel'Koz that's ulting and him just die, or an Ashe ult to stop his ult, or Leona ult, or a Cho'Gath Q. He is gonna have to play this, you know, pretty smart, I think. But we'll see what's gonna happen.
Very true. This will be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I'm interested in this mid lane matchup. Is, you know, is even a Steven able to hold his own against Asian Invasion in this matchup, or is Asian Invasion's Vel'Koz just clean as shit? Who knows?
We're about to find out tonight. That's for sure.
So I do think that, you know, Olaf should have the prio onto the early dragon since he has red side. I would like to see him start top side and make his Ornn the weak side and pressure mid and bot. Sorry.
No worries.
Oh, I had to sneeze.
No. Well, bless him.
Thanks. So I'm kind of assuming mid will just be a farm matchup, top will be a farm matchup, and the spicy stuff is going to happen in jungle and bot. You know, we might see IGN just kind of give over objectives until they hit their sixes and start really pounding in team fights.
And then once they get that Cho'Gath free out of lane and able to rotate onto those objectives, that'll start helping them secure them a bit more into the late game.
Yeah. IGN's power spike definitely is in that mid game where, you know, they start synergizing really well. But BaeDCarry Fan Club has a lot of late game potential with the Jinx and Vel'Koz and then Ornn items coming onto him.
Yep, and then both Ornn and Olaf with the Unstoppable. So it'll be cool to see how they work around that in team fights.
Yeah. I do think that the Thresh is a very interesting choice here. I like it. I just hope that Edelweiss has the mechanics and foresight to know where she needs to be and how to place her lantern properly to get BaeDCarry out of some sticky situations.
Especially that being one of his primary forms of disengage apart from his own chompers.
Yeah, especially with, you know, you see an Ashe ult coming at him, that Jinx wants a lantern on top of him so he can get out of it quickly.
Especially with the Leo too, it's some hard CC.
Yeah, I do think that for the most part, I think I give bot lane advantage slightly to BaeDCarry Fan Club. I do think there are opportunities for IGN to kind of handle that lane though. And so, like I said, I think that Olaf should probably be clearing towards bot and trying to make stuff happen around the dragon and bot lane. But I'll be interested to see, you know, if that actually is the case.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. Though, like, definitely bot prio would be a priority in this game. In my thoughts, just let the tanks battle it out top lane.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, both tanks in this matchup, they want to scale. So, like, obviously they want to try to get early advantages if they can, but they don't want to overextend and randomly die to a gank. So it is like, it's a safe matchup for top, but it's also kind of finicky. You know, you might have opportunities to solo kill, but it also could be an int where you throw the lane.
Yeah, and then that snowball potential for either one of those laners could be massive.
Exactly. And also, there are opportunities for the junglers to gank topside as well. It's not like their top is just without CC. There is kill potential there constantly, especially after 6. And also dive potential. Rumble ult, you know, securing the area like in between the turret makes it really hard for Ornn to hide under turret, whereas like Cho'Gath can CC him and ult him. But at the same time, Ornn can set it up perfectly with his ult as well and let Olaf dive, get a free kill, and walk out. So it's gonna be interesting to see
true damage.
It's gonna be interesting to see if we do get any of these dives like I'd hope for.
Mm-hmm. I feel like some Rift Herald fights might be in question here.
That would be fun to watch. I think that depends on how well IGN uses their ults, but I feel like top side of the map kind of slightly favors BaeDCarry fan club just because of how strong this Olaf can be. But I mean, we do know that ROTC is a very good jungler, and I am expecting him to try his hardest to carry this game.
Let's get into it.
Alright, well, looks like we're going to go into a short pause here. So stay tuned, guys. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, you're
Mm.
good. Sorry, I didn't see that. I was looking at other stuff.
Oh, game is it? No, still loading, but
Okay, so generally, I like to talk about like the runes and masteries once we get in, and summoners and shit like that. And then from there, you can kind of talk about, if they do an invade or whatever.
yeah. All right, send it. Yep.
No,
Oh, I am.
I am at 0%.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. 30 seconds until minions spawn.
Alright, well, looks like we are live.
Yes, sir.
Alright, I'm in game now. I'm at 15 seconds.
50.
Alright. Looks like we are good to go. Sorry about that little weird stuff happening. I just finally got into game. My game was bugging out. Hit us up
Right.
with what you think so far, Fallen.
Minions have spawned.
Well, looking up like a standard 5-point setup.
Mhm.
Just getting up normal vision, so it'll be a slow start to this game. No crazy shenanigans going on.
Yep. And I do like that ward placed by Cacti Mamba protecting his top side, allowing him to full clear without any chance of an invade early. We do see the classic call start coming out of Ashe. And Ignite loves his call starts. And we see a heal Ignite bot versus cleanse Ignite. Obviously this benefits Ashe Leona more early on. And then we see an Ignite Syndra versus Barrier Vel'Koz, which is very interesting. Olaf going for a little leash there. And everything normal in the top lane as well. So I kind of am expecting Jinx Thresh not to take as many trades early because they have this cleanse.
Yeah, cleanse would definitely get them out of a lot of sticky situations that early would have given the Jinx Thresh the kill otherwise.
Oh, and actually, I didn't even
Or
notice it. We
other
do
way.
see a call out of Jinx as well. I guess he, knew that Ashe was gonna do that and said, I'll just match you. Because
Yeah,
I
I mean-
fail, I might as well.
Yeah, why not be at that goal disadvantage?
Otherwise, can
Oh,
really
almost
kill.
a good. Trap's barely missing there.
Barely missing, but I mean, still, that's a flash for a flash heal.
No, the
Already
trade
laying
going
in the
over.
pressure, really good hook out of her. And honestly, this is kind of what I've been thinking about for BaeDCarry is Moonlight. The normal support plays a lot of enchanters, and I think that BaeDCarry would be facilitated so much more with someone who can make plays happen for him.
Cinder going in on the Vel'Koz here. Nice little trade out. Trade coming in on top lane too. Nothing too big though, just a little poke.
Yeah, but you see their health bars are exactly the same, but look at their inventories. It's 2 health pots still on Vel'Koz, and all are being burned up by Syndra. So Asian is getting a slight advantage there.
Yeah, definitely has that one up with the pots as well.
We do see Olaf full clearing into a bot side. He's going to be here for the counter gank.
Oh, but Rumble coming in for that gank. See if they're gonna bait down or just try and get out.
Jinx Thresh have the prio on this.
Like as a prio for that Scuttle Crab there, which I think Olaf wanted. And then we do see that early vision coming out deep.
Rumble is still contesting this, and actually they gave up prio, and that's just a double scuttle for Rumble most likely.
Yep. Oh, that was unfortunate.
That is not what you want to see as an Olaf.
Yeah, no, blue side able to push up that wave and get that advantage back. And the tanks being tanks up top lane. Ornn going in with that unstoppable, dodging that eruption coming up from Cho'Gath.
Yeah, and we are seeing a Q-max out of the Ornn as well, which is slightly interesting. Usually on Ornn you want to Q-max into lanes you can poke out. Whereas, in the tanks, generally you want to max your W as it does have the max health burn damage. But he's going for the Q, which means that he's going to have a little bit more poke. Mixed with this corrupting pot, it might be hard for Cho to push him out of lane, but Cho does have Doran's shield. He's just going to slightly have problems with mana. Otherwise, it's a very even lane.
Yeah. Yeah, and Ornn's just playing his time up there. Playing passive, taking his trades when he knows he's going to win them, which is really good.
I would like to see... I would like to see Cacti, trying to punish this this Ashe with no sums before they get back up. I hope one of them are watching those summoner cooldowns and are actively looking to actually punish them and not just have them get away with flash for free.
Yeah, no. Leaving that up, you get 5 minutes. 5 minutes is a long time to work with.
Yeah. And so far, I mean, Syndra has not really been able to get the lead that I think she might have wanted to get with the Ignite in mid. And also another weird thing is if I'm playing a mage like this that wants to burst the enemy, that wants to, win my
coming
lane
in from Rumble
pressure.
top. One peeling out.
Poking them.
Little drive-by, saying hi.
Yeah. I would have liked to see the Dark Seal probably instead of the Sapphire Crystal in mid lane. Or even like boots and pots or something like that. I just don't really think there's a lot of utility in getting that Sapphire Crystal so early.
That's fair. I guess for more sustain, because he does know that he's going to be there longer than the Syndra.
Yeah.
Red team has
And then we see Dragon going over to BaeDCarry fan club. Cacti picking that up real early. Nice little power spike.
Looks like he might give this blue buff over. I guess not. That's fine. I don't like. I wouldn't like if he gave it over anyway. Vel'Koz is doing so far so good with his mana, and Olaf wants to keep his clear up to keep himself in the game.
See a little farming action going down mid lane. But we do see Asian Invasion up in level, so hopefully we can find a time to push that advantage here soon.
Yeah, and there is a slight interesting advantage in the bot lane for BaeDCarry fan club, being that he does have his Noon Quiver completed against Ashe, not having hers entirely completed. So if he does want to start getting prio in that lane, he can start aggressively trimming the wave. Looks like they might get a good freeze here, or just it might push under and nothing will come of it.
Oh, they said they're trying to get that freeze up.
But it's not going to be enough.
Likely the minions.
Yep. Too big of a wave.
I know I always hate seeing that, like, could be perfect if it was just a few less, and you miss it by like 2.
Yep.
Humble here sitting mid side, trying to see if they can get a little gank up on the Vel'Koz.
Yeah, it's okay, but Asian's smart enough, I think, to not overextend into this. Syndra's kind of making it a little baity for him. I would have liked to see Rumble just keep farming and staying in the game.
Oh, Vel'Koz ult coming in, stopped by the Syndra. Rumble arm miss, flash for flash. Huge knockup coming out from the Vel'Koz, keeping him out of danger there. Knockup's coming out top lane too, huge fight going in.
And obviously the summoner spell advantage is to Ignition, but what happens is they lose tempo now in the short term because, well, they should have. I think Olaf should be taking Rift or invading here, but he is backing instead.
And backing on their vision too.
And that is First Blood.
First Blood going down mid lane.
So yeah, I mean, I don't really. This like kind of makes me think that I don't really like the Ignite on Syndra. You know, now she doesn't have TP to get the lane. She lost prio. She wasn't able to get the solo kill. Some interesting, I don't know, questionable plays, missteps, something like that. I do think that probably the proper play was to just try not to get that solo kill and just have Rumble farm it out. I think the quicker Rumble hits his early power spikes, the better.
Rumble definitely is a powerhouse for their team right now, and then getting him to those items is going to be more beneficial.
Olaf is kind of wasting a little bit of time right now. The enemy team has backed, so looks like he's just going to go into normal clear. I would like to see him get this Rift Herald as quickly as possible to start accelerating lanes a little bit further.
Yeah,
There's an Astro coming down.
Oh, Ashlar coming in, another R coming in. Looks like Vel'Koz is locked down.
And that is the
3 Rs.
victory.
That is 3 Rs come out though for the Vel'Koz.
Really good placement from Ignite the Ice on the Ashe, showing, you know, he's got the timing on the champ to utilize her ult to its fullest potential. Top lane's still even.
Oh, Orin going in though. Some damage out. Trying to shove that wave in so he can even out the tower plating.
Yeah. Honestly, gold's even, lanes are even other than a slight CS lead from BaeDCarry in the bot lane. Like I said before we started this game, I really wanted to see Olaf try to play around this bot side of the map, but it seems like sometimes he's a little lost on what he wants to do.
Yeah, because bot lane has been like presenting themselves with a lot of gank opportunities.
Especially
had
with
like
the
good
breath
wave
being
management.
able to make it happen.
Yeah, like one quick lantern over the wall, you're in that 3v5 or 3v2.
Yep. So we are seeing the Rift Herald get started up. I'm assuming they're going to be able to take this, transition it into hopefully plates, into drag.
That would be the ideal situation, but we see Leona here clearing out vision, getting that drag set up.
Yeah, I think IGN is trying to take the time that they can, with knowing that Olaf is going to be on this Rift Herald to take this dragon. Obviously, they're not going to until right about now when it drops, and now they're going to go for the drag. Very smart, and Olaf also doing what he should be, taking the enemy's topside camp, so it is a good trade.
But with that missed Jinxar, they do know that all 5 of them are doing dragons, so they have time to push on the map, at least topside, get that ample objective. At least get some plates. Flash coming out from Thresh, but that was a good dodge to avoid that. Would have been fatal, most likely lockdown.
Yep, and that was, I mean, that was a lot of R's plus a heal and an ignite out of the Ashe and Leona. I'm not really sure why that heal was blown, but
you know, better safe than sorry.
Buff getting slight damage on here. I'm not sure if they're gonna be able to finish this off though.
Orin misses the ult.
Yeah, Orin thought Olaf wasn't on his team, I guess.
And then Olaf's just like, nope, I'm leaving.
Yep. We do see Leona on her second back picking up that red trinket.
And then we do see a full mythic item completed by Olaf right now.
Yeah, he's a big boy, that's for sure. I think that honestly, the Stride Breaker might have been slightly better. I know it's really this one's really good on him, but he might have troubles actually like getting on multiple targets in these team fights to press that button on to heal up.
Just saw a little tussle mid lane, another little tussle top. Had that Rumble a little peek his head in. Say hi. But he's requesting assistance, so he does know that Olaf is tracing down from their nice deep wards from drag. It's gonna turn into a nice little river battle.
In ROTC, like, I don't know if it's him or his teammates, but they're doing a really good job of getting prio when they need it to secure these Rift Scuttlers.
Yeah, they're definitely creating the space that they need.
We do see the early blue trinket come out of Asian Invasion in the mid lane. I'm personally a big fan of it. I think the item's really strong. You know, it provides permanent, you know, vision on anywhere that's safe that the enemy team's not going to get to. And over time it builds up and gives you a bunch of free vision for a long time.
And 1 point per minute is really useful.
Yeah, and Cacti not doing what I thought he would have done with the Rift Herald. You know, he waited till plates are done, still hasn't dropped it, and that's wasted plate gold, honestly. That was a kill worth of gold that could have been in their pockets.
Yeah, that is, and right now it's like getting close to it's like spawn timer, so thinking, did he forget about it, or hopefully not.
Yeah, I would like to see him just go straight bot and maybe even set up a 5-man dive with the Ornn TP and Belkaz prio. But it looks like bot's backing as well. I actually don't know if they're going to be able to drop this in time.
If he is, it's gonna be far back, and they're gonna be able to contest it real quick.
And we do see Cho'Gath actually buying the Turbo Chem Tank, which is very interesting on him.
Oh, R comes out from Vel'Koz onto the Syndra. Can't quite get the true damage proc though. Need a second bit more. Oh, and they do get the Rift Herald spawn though. Drops it mid lane.
So they're going to drop it mid. Very good rotation out of their bot lane to understand that this is what they want to do. Vel'Koz did get damage down needed to actually secure this tower. And
this looks like he's going to be first tower going over to BaeDCarry.
okay.
Oh, Vel'Koz just perma-CC'd by 2 Rs there, but I think that was just a waste on the Ona side.
Yeah, it definitely looked that way. You know, Rumble already used his R on the wave. Syndra wasn't there. They didn't have follow-ups damage for that CC, so that is going to put him off the board for the next minute and a half or so in terms of ults.
Like, yeah, you're able to lock down the Vel'Koz, but at what cost? Their front line just was like, alright, here I go. Well, that's nice, BaeDCarry fan club being able to open up that map pretty early.
And we do see the Vel'Koz getting the Leandries. I was contemplating saying something about this earlier. I'm not sure
We see 4 of them bot lane. Oh, you're going setting up for that dragon.
Yeah. And this is the 3rd dragon of the game, and interestingly enough, I do think that if Cacti prioritized the Rift earlier, he could have gotten all 3 dragons this game so far. But instead now, they're not able to stack up the soul like they wanted to, and this might even turn into a fight.
We see teleport coming down from Cho'Gath into the Dragon Pit. Here comes Orin reacting with the TP. Oh, but TPing into all 5 of them, getting locked out immediately. Although Leona doesn't have ult, or, I guess she did at that point. So Leona comes out. Yeah, locking down that Vel'Koz right into his about R as well.
And this looks like it might be Dragon for Ignition here.
Blue's not able to hold off Red real easy there. They're able to protect their backline real effectively.
Really well played out of Ignition, man.
I think there was just an unlucky click on the Orin TP.
Could be, yeah. Yeah, it is gonna be. I mean, that is not what BaeDCarry fan club wanted. Like I said, Olaf, in my opinion, if he played it properly, that could have been their 3rd dragon. You know, they could be on Soul Point, and now, you know, Ignition's 2 dragons up, and I honestly, I gotta say, ROTC, like, I don't know if he's making these calls, but he's definitely making things happen and fighting where he needs to be, and he's playing really well.
Yeah, like, it looks like right when you think that, like, they had the advantage, BaeDCarry, like, ROTC comes in with jungle awareness. They're able to clean up the objective.
We do see the Moby boots coming out of Thresh here. I'm not sure if he just got those or not, but most likely she's going to be able to actually start getting this vision up. I just hope that it's not something that gets her caught out.
Yeah, that'll be something. Because we see blue side heavily warding up all over.
And I wonder if BaeDCarry fan club will go for the 2nd Rift Herald or not.
Oh, we see Rumble engaging on the Orin. R comes down. R comes out from Orin. If it was going to be enough. No, Cho'Gath consumed. Drops the Orin.
And
that unlucky death down bot just kept Orin behind. And here we go again. Olaf's engaging in on the Cho'Gath. Vel'Koz engaging as well. Arm comes out from the Vel'Koz, but the true damage does proc, taking out the Rumble. Still going in. Knockup comes out, but is it going to be enough? Vel'Koz damage just a bit too much. Syndra coming in though. Here come the bubbles. Lots of bubbles.
And that's a 2 for 3 in favor of Ignition. Honestly, I hate seeing Rumble, dude. That champ is gross. He knew, even if Hypes had the flash, all he had to do was flash E him into a good R, and that guy was dead. So that's a full tank almost at his turret with MR that you're just running down.
Yeah, no, Orin just took the brunt of most of all that damage. Fell pretty quick. And then once you see a Cho'Gath R, you know it's gonna be over.
Yeah, sorry, I misspoke. It was a 2 for 2, so pretty even. Although, Summoner Spells I do believe go in the favor of Ignition, even if Steven did not use any. And Ornn getting his very first item upgrade here is Forge Fire Crest.
You know, but once those Ornn items start to kick in, that is a real like game changer.
Yeah, some of them are very, very powerful. You know, can give upwards of 500 to 1,000 gold worth of stats. So you know, even though there's a 700 gold lead, you know, it's probably closer to 1,200 or so. And yeah, we do see BaeDCarry getting. He's amassing a very good CS lead. He's farming very, very well this game. Up 50 CS right now.
Yeah, I mean the bot lane, it's just been a farm simulator, but they're playing it well. Though we do see turret falling over.
Yeah. And Ashe should be safe
Ark
here
comes
if
down
he
to
can
the
get on
cleanse.
lantern.
Cleanse comes out from Jinx, but just not enough.
Yeah.
Thresh trying to escape too. She gets locked down as well. Death from Thresh. Ark comes out from Vel'Koz, takes out the Ashe. Good cleanup. Ornn TP coming down. Engaging onto the Leona. Ark comes out as well. Leona falls.
And that's a 2 for 2. I mean, you know, that entire play was interesting. Ignite the Ice, forcing the play with the ult, going on to BaeDCarry, but Edelweiss could have saved BaeDCarry, but instead of, she dropped the lantern and then walked on top of the lantern, so even if BaeDCarry wanted to get out, he couldn't anymore.
Couldn't. Yeah. Left him with an escape route, but
yeah.
nowhere to go.
Honestly though, that does favor Ignition. It gives them pressure on the top side of the map. It does burn the Ornn TP, so it won't have it later.
Yeah, because they've allowed that Syndra to just keep splitting, and nobody's gone up there in response yet. And then the big Jinxar comes out and misses. But they do manage to catch out the Rumble. But Rumble's saying, I'm not going down alone. Takes the Vel'Koz with him.
Looks like Cho'Gath's spot here.
Oh, yep. Knock up into the Thresh hook. Into the true damage from Olaf.
So another 2 for 1, but in favor of BaeDCarry Fan Club. This game is so back and forth. Looks
But
like
if
it
you
will be
look
the
topside,
yeah.
Topside, Syndra's pushed out 2 towers in that time.
But the question we gotta ask is, you know, even if IGN starts getting this gold lead, they're gonna have to keep playing these fights very clean because these Ornn items are coming in. Jinx and Vel'Koz are getting their power spikes, and you know, they're gonna have to keep playing very clean.
So having that extra regen on those tanky champions is gonna be massive. If they allow them to actually obtain the soul. For either team.
Did you see a Thornmail coming out second from the Cho'Gath? Kind of interesting. I think it's a fine buy, but he only has one person he actually needs to cut down healing on right now.
That's gonna be that Olaf.
And also like a preemptive, I guess, Void Staff.
Oh, Ashtar comes down, comboed up with the Rumble Ard. Syndra stuns her with the wave. Thresh can't do enough to save her.
Ignite's ults are nasty, man.
They're hitting them when they need to be hit, and they're catching these picks from the carries, and that's kind of putting the CS lead a little behind them now.
Yeah, I know, like, Ignite's building damage items, but honestly, maybe he should have just been the support with how many plays he's making this game.
Yeah. So, where's the ring?
Where's the ring? Are we getting married?
I forgot the item name. It's not bad.
You're good.
Anyway, we see blue side starting to clear up vision for Baron. Red side coming to counter.
And we do see the second Ornn item of the game, the Leandry's Lament on Vel'Koz.
Oh, huge engage coming down. Vel'Koz R, massive. But stopped by the Leona. Jinx engaging in, able to lock down that Rumble with her R. Picking up the double kill, going for the triple. Turning on the Cho'Gath now, everybody, I mean, Jinx has cut down now. You're just gonna be dealing damage.
And that is the
Attacking
cleanest
bad.
5-for-0 we've seen. That is exactly what BaeDCarry wanted in this game. They got their hyper carries, the kills. They kept them live. They got the Baron. This is the turning point of the game, honestly.
Yeah, no, like that was a really clean fight. They were able to protect their assets and come out clean with it.
Asian, with a clutch ult to immediately destroy Ignite the Ice, had his summoner spells to get out of that Rumble ult, and very, very clean fight. Everything that they needed to happen happened.
And we still, like, BaeDCarry was still sitting pretty because he saw, like, Cleanse and Flash available to him.
He's definitely going to be able to carry this next team fight if, Ignition thinks that they want to fight something, which, if I know Ignition, they like fighting.
And we see the third Ornn item coming out to Jinx.
Yep, Wormfall and Sacrifice. He's going to have, he does have his QSS, but he's going to get the Infinity Edge probably after this Baron push is done. And that's a big Jinx.
Yeah, once Jinx hits 2-3 items, especially those 2-3 items, it's going to be a little hard to deal with.
I do think the second item out of Ornn is interesting. I don't think it's bad. He does get the Abyssal Mask, which it kind of gives him the stats he need with most of the time Ashe isn't attacking him. So he is almost into 4 APs with it. And if he does hit that ult, he's making his Jinx and his Vel'Koz deal 10% more damage to him.
And that's massive, especially if they get into a good teamfight scenario.
Yeah, if one champion's doing 800 damage, that's an extra 80 damage. I kinda worry that this Cho'Gath might not be tanky enough for what Ignition needs in these fights. Him and Leona want to go in, but
that
with
Jinx
the Vel'Koz kiting, and the Jinx, like, that's a lot of damage, man.
Because Vel'Koz, he's just gonna sit in the back and R, and if you're engaging, he's just gonna bing you for the true damage. Layer it out with the Kraken Slayer, or the Wormfields.
The saddest part about this entire game, in my opinion, for Ignition is the Syndra pick. He's gotten Ignite, hasn't had pretty much any solo kills, goes for Ludens, goes for Sorcerer's Boots, goes for Rabadons. Yeah,
it's more like an ahead build though, isn't it?
Yeah, that you wanna have people that you can actually kill with that, but he's not getting, he doesn't get the burn from Leandris, he doesn't get the utility from the Everfrost. His Ludens is always proccing on people who are way too fucking tanky for him. He's gonna have a really big issue in this game actually being useful.
Here we see Jinx and other members of BaeDCarry taking that mid lane siege, now engaging on top lane, taking down the Cho'Gath.
Yeah.
Clean.
And, Hype Snova might not be the most point player in the game, but he's having a pretty clean game. He's playing pretty well. He's making engages happen, he's playing them correctly.
And they're splitting the map really well here too, sending the Vel'Koz bot lane to secure that other tower, getting the team more global gold, and securing that Dragon Prio. Oh, although we see Rumble engaging. Gale Force is in. What's that? No, Hex is in.
No, Hex Tech Protobot.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, no, he's AP. But then we see Cinder re-engage. Rumble with the nice Zonias to save him. Olaf kind of wasted a good majority of his ult there, though.
There's definitely a world where they fight this. I'm not sure why BaeDCarry Fan Club is backing off. This is definitely a winnable fight.
I know. We see the Rumble come down, the Leona as well.
Yeah,
Ash trying to keep him at bay. BaeDCarry played that fight a little far back from what I think they could have done.
Yeah. I mean, Jinx is big. She could have popped off that fight. A lot of they didn't have the Syndra ult to worry about. Sure, they had the Rumble, but she has both her summoner spells, and that should have been BaeDCarry's third drag, in my opinion.
Yeah.
With that said, we do see Ornn's fourth upgrade, the Ceaseless Hunger upgrade onto Olaf. And the gold lead, like I said, it's 5.5k right now, but in reality, with those upgrades and kind of how they scale, it's probably closer to 7k, 8k. In terms of raw stats.
I see both teams trying to slow down a bit here, regroup, get some gold in their pockets, go back.
Yeah. So I kind of want to talk a little bit about the Runans out of Ashe as well. I think that it is a good item on her. I just worry that it might not be what she actually needed this game. I kind of think that something like a Bork, a Blazer and King, could have given her more kiting potential to get away from this Olaf, or to heal a little bit from the Ornn. Or you could also go the route of Phantom Dancer, but I think if you have an Ornn Olaf in your face as Ashe and you're able to attack both of them, you're probably dead.
Yeah, because you're not doing that sustained damage. Because I know, like, with me, like, I like to alternate targets, because then you're able to at least eliminate it at the same time. Because Runons.
Yeah. Another thing I want to talk about is, like, yeah, I was talking about the Syndra, how she's not able to kill anyone, but, like, even worse, now the Vel'Koz has a Banshee's Veil. Like, who is gonna kill him? Who is getting on this guy? Like, he's gonna be ulting. There's gonna be a Leona ult that stops his ult, or that doesn't even stop it because now he has a Banshee's Veil. It's like.
And we have the last Ornn item coming out. The Requiem of the Golden Dawn.
Yeah, and Cho'Gath is splitting, waiting for an opportunity to TP at his
R comes out from the Ornn, keeping the Rumble out. Leo getting locked down as well. Jinx picking up 2 kills there, going for the 3rd.
Yep.
Rumble's just golden statue.
Thresh does go down, but that is a 1 for 4, and I honestly think BaeDCarry fan club just goes for the end here.
They do have to worry about the Asher when she's up, if they have the time. But
yeah, they got 30 seconds. They got super minions on the base. This could be the end for Ignition here.
It could, and it is just a Cho'Gath remaining. He's looking to be pretty squishy right now. Looks like BaeDCarry is just gonna run it down.
Yeah, and that is game. Wow, very nice game. Very fun game to watch. Clean drafts.
That was.
And that's
BaeDCarry. It was a real good back and forth too.
Both teams were 1-3 before this game, so that's gonna knock Ignition down to 1-4 and BaeDCarry fan club to 2-3, making it just as much easier for them to actually reach playoffs if they're trying to do that.
Yeah, definitely showed a good contending teams.
All right, looks like we have Asian Invasion in here. You want to take it away, Fallen?
Yeah, my man. How you feeling after that win?
Honestly, bro, I'm pretty stoked after a couple of rough weeks of losses.
Today you have the roster change up.
Yeah, our support unfortunately was caught up during work, and we had some minor roster changes with our top laner. But overall, I felt like we had a lot of cohesion early on, despite not having too many practices with each other. And yeah, I was pretty happy about that.
Awesome, man. So we get to see you on the Vel'Koz this week. How did it feel?
Dude, I've been whipping out Vel'Koz in solo queue, and to be able to finally pull it out in team game, it felt so nice.
Oh yeah, you had a very, very clean game. That game might not have went perfectly for you guys, but you were getting advantages and you're pressing them, and fights were going well for you. So, like, you hit your power spikes. Things went exactly like your draft wanted it to, and I mean, you can't be happier with that game, right?
I mean, perfect game would have been like getting every single Drake, but realistically, that wouldn't have happened.
Of course.
But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this game went. We played around our win cons, get mid, wave clear champion, so that he can start moving around and maybe carry. So that in the worst case scenario where like bot lane is starting to get pressure, me and jungle can help alleviate that.
So I wanted to talk slightly about it. Hype's Nova on the top lane is a 1-point player, but honestly, he had a really good game. He played really well. What do you have to say about this sort of new addition to your team?
Honestly, bless Rec for picking him up as a sub as soon as he dropped. Dude, this guy is a god at weak side. Holy.
And matched up really well.
Yeah. And I guess the last thing I want to bring up is BaeDCarry is kind of like you know, he's kind of always had an enchanter by his side every single week, and now we get to see a thresh by his side, and you know, plays actually sort of being able to be made with him. Was he happy about that, or what is his thought process around the thresh pick?
Well, I can certainly guess it helps to have something that can not only disengage as normal like an enchanter, but also start engages as well with the thresh
Mhm.
hooks. So I feel like that's pretty nice, especially with Thresh into Leona, how much of a nice counter that is against the Leo I forgot the name of it, but
Yeah.
anyway, it was super nice for that. I think it definitely helped overall.
Awesome. Well, congratulations yet again in Asian Invasion. That does put you to 2-3. You know, you're still trying to get your way to playoffs. You know, we're halfway through the season now, and yeah, congratulations, and
Yeah,
hope you
great
have a good
job.
evening.
Very
Thank
clean
you.
game. Well done.
Thank you. This is not going to be the Shulker Miracle Run. It's going to be the BaeDCarry fan club Miracle
Hell
Run.
yeah, man! I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you send us off, Owen.
Awesome, guys. Well, great game today. We have another one coming up here. It's actually going to be a rerun, but it's still going to be Kaz. Stick around for that one. But overall, great game today. Both teams played well.
All right, take it easy, guys. See ya.